Yo, what's up? Ricky Sanders here. If you live for fast cars, greasy hands, and solving problems under the hood, welcome to your new favourite spot. I'm all about real fixes, no BS, and showing you how to keep your ride running like a champ. So go ahead, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's make some noise in the garage. Enough talk, let's get ready.
First of all, it is worth noting that the consequences of such intensive work of the motor can be very diverse. So, what can happen to the engine? The temperature rises, leading to overheating. This will pull the deflection of the cylinder head. Further, high revs will lead to the fact that there will be a lot of wear and tear on the parts inside the powertrain itself. This can significantly reduce the life of the motor. Throttle position sensor, throttle valve, engine temperature sensor, air suction through the intake manifold, ECU malfunctions. Methods of solving the problem. Before proceeding directly to the process of solving the problem, it is necessary to understand that the diagnosis and repair of these nodes should be performed only with knowledge. Also, it is worth noting separately that for carburetor and injector engines will be different methods of diagnosis, but the principle of causes is the same. So, it is worth to consistently understand the diagnostic and repair work that will eliminate high idle speed. RHX sensor on carbureted engines. It is not common to see an idle speed adjustment sensor. This is usually done with the quality and quantity screw. To normalize high idle speeds, it is not necessary to carry out the process when cold. First you should warm up the engine to operating temperature, and only then start the adjustment. If after making adjustments, the speed remains high, then the reason is different. Throttle position sensor. The wrong amount of air that enters the combustion chamber can cause the electronic control unit to increase the idle speed. If the throttle position sensor is malfunctioning, it should also be checked. This can be done with a multimeter or oscilloscope. If it is found that the throttle position sensor is faulty, it is worth replacing it. Throttle valve. In order to solve the problem, it is necessary to dismantle the assembly and clean it with special means. If cleaning does not give the desired result, the throttle must be replaced, but you should be prepared that it will not cost cheap. Motor temperature sensor. To begin with, it is worth diagnosing the serviceability of the node. You can do this with a multimeter and oscilloscope. If the node is defective, it should be replaced. After this, it is recommended to reset all ECU errors. Collector. Many times the intake manifold is deformed or the gasket is worn due to vehicle operation. Thus, an increase in idle speed may indicate that there is an air intake in the manifold. To treat the malfunction, we'll have to dismantle the part, which is quite problematic, since the manifold is attached to almost the entire injection system, and several nodes of other systems. It is worth examining the manifold gasket in detail. The presence of damage can indicate not only problems with the revs, but also other malfunctions. Also, the deformation of the cavity can serve the fact that excess air enters the combustion chambers. This can affect warming up, starting the engine and other factors. Electronic control unit. Repeatedly excessive idle speed is a consequence of incorrect operation of the electronic control unit. So, to eliminate the malfunction, you will have to connect to the brains and eliminate the problem at the program level. To perform the process, you will need a special cable and software. Along with firmware replacement, you can increase the power characteristics, which is also recommended to entrust to specialists. As practice shows, most motorists, when independently intervening in the ECU, end up in the car service to eliminate the consequences of their own improvements. Conclusion. A lot of motorists do not know the causes of the effect of floating engine speed at idle or too high speeds, and even more. So the ways of their elimination. So, of course, experts and car mechanics recommend to go straight to the car service, but our man, until he tries it himself, will not stop. There are many reasons for the effect of increased revolutions, from sensor malfunction to an error in the electronic control unit. It is possible to eliminate the malfunction at home, which is what the owners of VAZ and other domestic cars do. But the owners of foreign cars will have to go to a car service, where the repair can be a considerable amount. In conclusion, high engine speed at idle can be a concerning issue for vehicle owners, indicating potential problems that need to be addressed. By understanding the common causes, such as vacuum leaks, faulty sensors, or issues with the idle air control valve, you can effectively diagnose the problem. Utilizing methods like visual inspections, diagnostic tools, and professional assessments will help pinpoint the exact source of the high revolutions. Taking prompt action to resolve these issues not only enhances engine performance but also ensures a smoother and more efficient driving experience. Thank you for watching, and we hope this information helps you maintain your vehicle in optimal condition.